Hello YouTube, this is FantasyFan635 with a video about natures from Pokemon games. Natures play a really big part in determining a Pokemon's stats, and this video is meant to guide you about picking the right nature for your Pokemon. For those who are new, even for those who have been playing a long time but still don't have a good grasp on what natures do. Okay, so it looks like I have a really complicated formula here, and it is a tad bit complicated. But all we're concerned about is the n at the end, because that's your nature modifier. It can be either 0.9 times, 1.0, or 1.1, depending on the nature and the stat you're trying to investigate. Now, let's say at level 100 we have a stat that is 202 without nature modification. Now, let's say we have a positive nature, say attack, and we have an adamant nature. We would add 10%, or 20.2 points to that, to give 222.2. Now, the thing about stats is, no matter what the decimal place is at the end, you always round down to the nearest whole number. So 222.2 would be rounded down to 222. Conversely, if you have the adamant nature and you were using special attack and the 202 is in special attack, you would subtract 20.2 from the stat to get 181.8. Now, normally you'd be taught to round up to the nearest whole number, but since we're rounding down, 181.8 would be 181 instead of 182. Okay, so let's see how much of a difference natures actually make in the stats of a Pokemon. Let's say we catch two Pikachu, both of them at level 20, and both of them having the exact same IVs, which I will explain in another video. Now, their only difference then will be their natures. The first one is going to have an adamant nature, and the second one is going to have a calm nature. Now, the adamant nature boosts attack and lowers special attack. So the attack stat on these Pikachu would normally be 30, and the special attack would normally be 30 as well, because they have certain IVs. But the adamant nature would boost the first Pikachu's attack to 33. We add 3.0. and we subtract 3.0 from 30 to get 27 for the special attack. Now, for the calm Pikachu, the special defense stat is normally 23, but we're going to add 2.3 to get 25, and from 30 we're going to subtract 3.0 to get 27. 2 points, 3 points maybe? That doesn't sound like a whole lot, so let's boost these Pikachu up to level 100 with rare candies, meaning no effort value investment. Now that these Pikachu are at level 100, we can really start to see how much of a difference a nature makes. The special attack difference between the two Pikachu is 14 points, but an even greater difference comes with the attack stats. The lowered one with the calm nature is at 117, while the increased one, adamant nature, is at 143. That's a 26-point difference. That's huge! While part of the battle is simply luck, most of it comes with what you choose your Pokemon to do, and a nature is a huge part of that. You want to choose the right nature for your Pokemon to fit their roles perfectly. Now we have a chart that tells you just what nature does what. The stats going down vertically to the left are the stats that will be increased by 10%, or added a multiplier of 1.1. and the stats going across the top will be decreased by 10% for that same nature, meaning that stat will have a multiplier of 0.9. Say you want to catch a Metagross, and you want that Metagross to have a good speed, but you're not going to be using its special attack stat. To find out what nature you need, you go across the row that says Speed, Timid, Hasty, Serious, and you go down the special attack column, Adamant, Impish, and then you come to Jolly, where Speed and special attack meet. Jolly nature gives a 10% increase to speed while giving a 10% decrease to special attack. That works well for your Metagross since you want a high speed, but you're not going to be using its special attack, so that's okay to be lowered a little bit. As a defensive example, let's go with Milotic. You want to even out the Milotic's defenses a little bit since its defense is lower than its special defense, so you want to increase its defense. Now, Milotic's attack stat is pretty low, so you're not going to be using that. So you go across the defense row until you get to the attack column, which isn't long because it's immediate. You find that you need a Milotic with a bold nature if you want that specific kind of Milotic. There's one more thing about natures. if you put two Pokemon in the daycare, you can pass a nature along to the baby if you have one of the parents hold an Everstone, if it has the nature you want. So say you have a Milotic with a naive nature and a Father Kingdra that has the bold nature that you want. You can put them in the daycare and have Kingdra hold the Everstone so that the bold nature passes to the baby Feebas. That's all for this video. I hope I've helped you understand natures better, and I hope I've also encouraged you to help pick the right nature for your Pokemon. This video was not made for any profit in mind, and Pokemon is not owned by me. It is owned by Game Freak and was created by Satoshi Tajiri.